You want to comment on that, Murray?
Well, it's like anybody that's got a gasoline engine and puts the additive in to give it more zip, and that's basically what you're doing with the Eberglo. You're giving that animal a chance from a natural standpoint to go to work and put into the body what the body can actually use, not something synthetic that the body can't use. When these units enter into the bloodstream, almost immediately this horse will start getting more oxygen into the system because there's more iron in the bloodstream, and as this iron passes through the lungs, the horse will start to breathe more, and there'll be more oxygen going into the inner flesh of the horse. So what that means is that if you have a sick horse, this horse will detoxify and heal that much quicker. We also have a unique situation as far as the enzymes go that we put in here. The enzymes are basically extracted from growing barley. Now, barley, as we know, is a natural product. One of the big problems that we have with a lot of enzymes in the marketplace is that they are derived from mold or fungus compounds. And when you start feeding these to horses as single-stomached animals, I don't know of an animal other than a chicken, besides a horse, that is more sensitive to mold than a horse. So when you start feeding this stuff, what you're going to run into when you feed the synthetic enzymes, you're actually going to get a reaction on this horse similar to a mold intoxication. With our product, we have over 25 different known enzymes that we've identified in this extract. And of course, the other thing that we do that is so unique is that we take the roots along with it to get the extract out of the roots. And when we look at the roots, when you think of a seed, putting it in the ground, it has to have an immune system. It has to fight off viruses, nematodes, bacteria, fungus, you name it, they're all there. And when you have this ability to fight this off, one of the unique things about this product is that we found initially, when I was looking at how I could market this product, we know that within 24 hours, barley enzyme extracts will start fermentation like crazy.
Let's just hear to see what Ivan Holstetter has to say.
When I feed my horses, I always try to have them fed where they look nice and nice hair coating. But when it was about 10 days after I started feeding the Eberglo, I could really tell a difference. My yearling stallion that I had, he started getting up on his hind legs and tearing around in his box stall. He had never done that before. And I also bought a weanling perching colt at Harley's sale, and he was weaned a little early, and he was real sluggish. But I could tell a big difference after I started feeding it. So it's working for me. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ivan, and I know you've told me this about your 2-year-old Morgan horse that you've been leased out. A trainer's got him, the horse is looking, he's been grand champion Morgan Stallion in how many different shows? Just one. Reserved for a couple. And so you had a Morgan Stallion out there that's been grand champion, has been reserved. The competition is tough in the Morgan business. And he's got him at a trainer that does everything right to a T. And he sends a jug of Eberglo down to him, and the trainer tells him back, he says he had seen a huge difference. Now I'd say when you get a superb product, but why would he see such a huge difference? If that horse was healthy, looking good, and all that, you want to comment on that, Murray?
Well, it's like anybody that's got a gasoline engine and puts the additive in to give it more zip, and that's basically what you're doing with the Eberglo. You're giving that animal a chance from a natural standpoint to go to work and put into the body what the body can actually use, not something synthetic that the body can't.
My name is John Story with Storyvale Farms in Sussex. I'm a breeder and a shower. We raise usually 3 to 5 foals a year, and we show either a 4 or 6 horse hitch. We've been using Eberglo products for about 5 years now, and we're really happy with the way that the coat that it puts on them and the appetite it gives the horses. When we get to the shows, for our trucking and everything, they're ready to eat, ready to go when we get there, and we're real happy with using it on the foals when they come. We find they're eating better and just a lot better success with the foals. I think it's a great product, and I think it's a great maintenance program for your a great maintenance program for the horses.
Do you find it good for brood mares and breeding horses?
Yes. In our breeding program at home, we have our own stallion, and I find the mares, I hope, has to do with because they're cycling good, they're catching good, we're having good luck that way.
And for traveling, a lot of horses don't want to eat or drink, especially young ones. Is that something that's helped you?
Yes, a big difference. We give that before they get on the truck, and we find when they get to the destination, they're ready.
How much do you have to use?
We use 10 cc's
when they get on.
When they get on, and then we use 10 cc's a day when they're at the fairs.
And they won't go off. They, you know, no trouble going off the water.
No. I mean, some shows it's pretty chlorine-y compared to spring water at home. It doesn't seem to bother them at all.
And if you've had any issues with colic or had to use
we've
Eberglo
used the Eberglo on colic, and I really think it does help a lot. Yeah. I mean, if it's a full-blown impaction, I'm sure. I mean, it's not going to cure everything, but I really think with colic that it is a big
preventative.
Yes. Yeah.
And how about energy levels?
Oh, definitely helps with that. Yeah. Plus, some of the shows this summer terrible hot, but it seems that the horses they seem to really have a lot more juice left in them when at the end of the day.
Would you say more stamina?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Well, that's something that you use every day then?
Yes, it is. We use it year round. We use a syringe right in the mouth. I want to know that it's going where it's going. I mean, we don't have 100 horses or anything. We only have a dozen, and that way it only takes a minute. And just before we feed grain in the evening is when we do it.
Wow.
I haven't had one yet that ever give us any trouble, and I think they're easier as far as worming and stuff when they're used to getting that squirt in their mouth and they like it.
Do they come looking for their Eberglo?
Oh, I think so. Like when you rattle the feed dishes and stuff, they are alive. But when they see you coming with the syringe of that, their mouth is open.
Is it something you think that you'll continue to use?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yes, it's a good product. There's no doubt.
Yes, I'm Justin Shaw from Hull Creek Stable in Elgin, Nova Scotia, and this is our mare, 4-year-old mare, Ozark's Royal E-Dancer. And she has been on Eberglo since we purchased her as a yearling from the sale and here in Fredericton, Maritime Draft Horse Sale.
I fitted this mare and quite a few others for a number of years on the Eberglo product. I'm a firm believer in it. Anything you feed needs to work from the inside out, and I believe Eberglo is probably one of the best products on the market, used for numerous things. But I've noticed since feeding it, and I guess probably it's been 6 or 7 years now, the hair coats usually start early in the spring. They shed out early, and they continue to shine throughout the whole year. We were at a show a few weeks ago. It was actually the provincial show in Charlottetown, and a gentleman showing Percherons had a sick mare. I said, well, give me a second, I'll run to my tack box and we'll get some Eberglo. I gave the mare 60 cc's twice. It's the biggest syringe I had, and
she didn't seem to worsen. She seemed to get better. Continued and showed her the next day. So I'm a strong supporter in the product, and anybody feels free to contact me about it or any questions, let me know. So with today's day and age, we always have costs that are endured through showing horses, breeding horses, and raising horses, and vet costs are always one of the ones at the top of your list, vets and farriers. So throughout the number of years, we've been very fortunate to not have a lot of vet calls, and I'm a firm believer in feeding this product day in and day out. You don't just have to use the product for an emergency, which some people do. While feeding it on a daily basis, it helps you not have to make that call or have to go looking for the product. If you have it on hand, you've got it, may as well feed it. There's lots of people, I guess, nowadays that figure that your feeding program should be quite complicated. I guess, I don't know if I'm old school or not, but what we do at home is we feed whole oats. Usually most of the stuff we raise our own, it's homegrown oats, Eberglo, and soybean meal. Lots of water and good hay. And I'm pretty proud of the way she looks, and I guess that's all that matters. But our feeding program, I believe, works.
My name is Kevin Wilson from Bankley-Kill, Ontario. We show 6 black percher and geldings. We also run a commercial grain elevator, and we raise a bunch of black Angus cattle. We started using Eberglo product about 6 years ago. We'd heard about it on a limited capacity. We didn't know what to expect when we first started using it. So we bought a gallon from the local area rep, Mark Hamilton, and we started using it on the show geldings. And we'd use it as an oral drench prior to shipping, and when we'd arrive at a show, just to keep the stomach working, and the horses seem to take the trips a lot better. We'll travel, for us to go to a show in the United States, it's about a 16 to 18 hour ride any which direction we go, so there's a lot of stress on these horses. So we started using it in that just as a preventative, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure type of mentality we had. We find the biggest difference is once they get off the truck, we administer the Eberglo, and within hours they're drinking, they're eating good. We want to make sure these athletes get there, get the nutrition they need, because within 12 to 24 hours of us arriving, these guys have to be at their top performance to compete at a national level, So I mean, we were very fortunate this year and in years past to be in the top half of the class down there. In 2018, we were the reserve champion Open 6, the Clydesdale Percheron at the Indiana State Fair. So I mean, these guys, they have to compete on the big stage and be at their game, And we're going into everybody else's backyard. They're not coming into ours, So we're at that disadvantage, and we need every single product or possible thing that can help us. And we value Eberglo is something that puts our horses and keeps our horses at that top performing level all the time.
Welcome to the Eberglo Draft Horse Challenge People's Choice. Here is one last look at the 7 finalists. Introducing Circle M Duke, a Belgian gelding sired by Orndorff's Conquer Jules and out of the mare Jonel's Lady Debut. Here is Freedom's Majestic Chelsea, a Clydesdale mare sired by Freedom Royal Majestic and out of the mare Sunstorm Lacey. Sunny Creek's Charlie is a Belgian stallion sired by Detweiler's Prince Diamond and out of the mare Continue Rose Kate. Introducing Keeley's Ace in the Hole, a Percheron stallion sired by Anderson's Bentley and out of the mare Keeley Zelda. Introducing Carson's Impressor, a Clydesdale gelding sired by Alamar LS Lightning and out of the mare SCA Top Guns Maggie. Trickle Creek Lucy, a Belgian mare sired by Riverdale Diesel and out of the mare Trickle Creek Lily. Introducing Willow Way Mavis, a Clydesdale mare. Mavis was sired by Willow Way Bacardi and out of the mare Westerdale Friendly Fiona. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Eberglo Vitamin and Mineral Supplement, for providing the prizes and supporting the draft horse industry in Canada. Remember, the last day to vote is November 4th at 12 noon.